Hello and welcome to another
Hermitcraft episode
with me.
Hermitcraft.
I am
Hermitcraft.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Hermitcraft, or should I say Goathorncraft, because guys, this shop has taken off like a rocket ship. It has been insane. You can see we've made a bunch of sales already of these hermit horns. Various people buying some horns, 32 diamonds each. People are loving them though, so that's been awesome. And yeah, we have had Sculk and Stress were just here. Scar was just here. He bought a few. The shop's been open for less than 24 hours, and yeah, people have already been buying a bunch of these things, so that's fantastic to see. We still have to, of course, put something in the bottom of the shop, so I'm thinking we're going to probably try and do that today. Also, we got to check our profits at the fireworks shop, because the big firework may be about to lift off. We got to go and check and see how many fireworks we have sold over here. So we're just going to hop, skip, and jump this way. And first of all, we got to check, are we still good on these fireworks? We are still good on these fireworks. All right, let's see what we got. We got 1 diamond. We got no diamonds in there. We got 3 diamonds. And here, the flight duration 3s, we do have to restock those for sure. Those are fine. All right, we got 1 in there still, 1 in there. All right, so we need a few things here. Only 4 diamonds today, but that's fine. Let's check our custom orders back here. Not there. Here. Still just Hypno. Okay. Although we do have a custom order coming from Big Wood soon when they open their shop. Let's check the Eclipse fireworks. The Eclipse fireworks have sold out. Let's go. All right. So, this week only, so that is it for the Eclipse fireworks, basically. And that does mean, because we have this, we got ourselves... Sculk is over there playing some horns to beat-ups, I'm pretty sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah, we're going to put down another diamond block here, and we're getting closer, guys, to the big firework launching off into the sky above and exploding above the shopping district. So, that's awesome. So, since this was a 1-week-only shop, we're going to go ahead and take this thing down. But, yeah, really like this way this shop turned out. And, yeah, I'm glad Hermits were able to purchase some custom Eclipse fireworks. We're going to be doing this for other holidays and events throughout the season. So, this is not the only pop-up shop that we'll have. But I want to talk a little bit about the Eclipse. I was able to see the Eclipse, had clear skies where I was at. I actually went to a spot near Cape Girardeau, Missouri, to see the eclipse. So had perfectly clear skies, was able to see the corona, was able to see with the naked eye a solar prominence, which is like a little bit where the atmosphere of the sun sort of like comes out, and you can like see it. It looks kind of like a solar flare, but it's not really a solar flare. It's called a solar prominence instead. So I was able to see that. There was also a gentleman who had a telescope near me with a solar filter on it, so I was able to look through that during the eclipse and see many more prominences, and also some sunspots and stuff, and you can see like some detail on the moon, like the mountains of the moon, which was super cool to see as the eclipse was occurring. So definitely had an amazing time. Was right on a lake in Missouri, like I said, and yeah, it was an unforgettable experience, like truly. So hopefully wherever you are, you were able to see the eclipse. If it was close to you, you were able to get into totality. I think some of the other hermits also were able to see totality, which is fantastic. So yeah, very curious to see how their experience went. So yeah, with that, this shop is pretty much done now. So just a nice little pop-up shop, and like I said, we will have other shops pop up here throughout the rest of the season. Okay, so with our pop-up shop taken down, we've also filled in the ground here. It looks like somebody has made an unintentional parkour course, which I love here. Or it might be an outline for another shop in this area, which would be great. But I'm thinking unintentional parkour course. In fact, this reminds me, I've been wanting to maybe make a parkour course this season. We'll have to see, but yeah, that's kind of cool that somebody is making something else here soon. A lot of development in this area, which is great. Speaking of development, we've been building up our horn shop even more. We've sold even more horns, and if I just slide on under here, coming to the back, we now have the underside of our horn shop complete. So check this out, guys. We made this on a stream the other day, so we have a Horn of the Month club. This is where you can sign up for a free horn every month. If anybody purchases any horn above here from the shop, they can automatically sign up for this. Looks like we have 5 people signed up so far, which is fantastic. So that's awesome. So that's this side of the horn shop. And of course, we got the prestigious members here. And then we got some goat heads over here. Also, check out the goat banner. Very, very nice goat banner made with a creeper banner pattern, which is kind of cool. Then we have the organic hermit horn farm. So yeah, you have to be very quiet in here because this is where the horns grow. You can see little ones here we put on with armor stands. And we also use the pitcher pods as like sort of developing horns. So yeah, you can see a couple of these growing on some coral here and over here as well. And then we have the honing area. You got to be very quiet here. You see all the water filters out of them here. We also got a few extra broken horns and stuff. These are some of the ones that are off tune, of course. Yep. Definitely off tune. We got some oceanics in there, some arachnids in there as well. So just a nice little lower area. They're listening. Got to be very quiet here. And of course we got our thing up, our permit up. Yes, that's what it's called, a permit. So yeah, I've told you guys we have sold more horns. So we are actually going to fill in some horns right now. I've made a few other horns here that we can put in here. Here's one from Stress.
Oh my god, are you actually kidding me?
That I think will work really well. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the shop. That's an addition here. We have one from B-Dubs that is B-Dubs attempting to explain mob spawning. Check this one out.
If not been area or you're around much, then it can spawn.
Magnificent. Magnificent. So we're putting that in there as well. And then let's just grab one more of these. I think this is Pearl, maybe?
I wasn't stealing it. I was just holding it.
There you go. There you go. It wasn't stealing it. Just holding it, And we have a bunch more new ones in here, which we'll add over the course of time. And we also have some Horn of the Months coming up relatively soon. Speaking of the Horn of the Month, we can send the Horn of the Month now because if we head back to our fireworks factory... And so if we swoop on into the fireworks factory, we should land softly, and then the door should open for us. And once we get inside, check it out. We got ourselves a post office. Also, yeah, of course, the fireworks that shoot off every time we activate that. But a post office, not post office, a mailbox has arrived. So Etho actually built this for us in the last day or so. And this means we are now connected to the Hermitcraft mail network. Or post network, I guess. It looks like we have some mail in here. Property of the Hermit Post Company. Let's see what this is. Cub Online by Etho. Let's go! Your mailbox has been fully set up and is ready for use. Contact Postmaster Pearl for your tutorial on how to use it. And for some free sample stamps. Etho. Nice, 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 nice. That's awesome. Alright, so that's great. And so I think the way it works, I'm pretty sure this is how it works, but basically, if we get mail of any type...
You've got mail.
That happens, the bell dings, and then the lamp lights up, which is cool. So we take it out, obviously it goes off. And then I think the way it works is we put a stamp of hermits in here, then a shulker box in here, and then we just press the button. I want to say that's how it works, but it might not be correct. But we should probably test it and see. Also, there's an insane number of books and quills in here. Anything on these? Nope, nothing. Okay, but yeah, glad that we have this now in here. I'm going to keep this in here for now.
You've got mail.
There we go. There's also a stamp bundle here. These are what the stamps look like for each hermit. So like here, for instance, is pearls right here. We got tangos right here. And I think this is the post office, yeah. Oh, it's named, actually. Nice, let's go. All right, cool. That's awesome. So, yeah, we should probably keep this in here. So I guess we should contact Pearl about this, on exactly how to use it. That would be useful to know, because I want to be sure I do it right and don't mess anything up, because it is kind of a delicate system. But I think we can decorate this. Like, we can, like, surround it with colorful blocks. Maybe some colorful concrete, like we have all around the rest of this room. Maybe some white concrete, instead of just the gray stone, smooth stone. I think would be pretty cool. Alright guys, so here we have our decorated mailbox. Looks pretty nice. We went with some green concrete and some gray concrete. And then for the lighting, we just have some verdant frog light and ochre frog light, which I think looks pretty good. We also have a little bit of access back here with the door, so that's great. We can access the redstone back here if we need. However, Pearl is not around at the moment. She's still traveling back to the U.S. from the Gamers Outreach charity event. So we're going to have to wait on the tutorial on how to use this thing. But I know sort of what I want to use it for. So what we're going to do now is we're going to basically make a whole new thing that will help us to more effectively send mail to other hermits. And so we're going to make our way out into our base area over here and make a new thing over in this area. So here's what we're building today. We're building something I've wanted to make for a very long time. And this actually goes back to when I initially defeated the dragon and gathered a whole bunch of books and things. I said I had a plan for these books when we grabbed them from the stronghold. This is that plan. So out here, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the printing press. This printing press can turn any book, like for instance this book here. We have a redstone book. This is actually the original, which is kind of important. But yeah, it can turn any original book into an uncopyable version of that same book. And so here is what basically results, this copy of a copy here. And so if I go ahead and just show you this redstone book, this is basically the book I use for lecterns. So it's just simple, the page number is the number I put in here, just so we know what signal strength comes out of a lectern when you put a book in a lectern like this. You can see, yeah, this is on page 1, so it has signal strength 1, page 2, signal strength 2, page 3, signal strength 3, etc. But if we want a copy of this so we can use it in multiple things, you don't want to just be using like the original books, then you have to make the book again and again every time, which is kind of lame. So instead we just copy it. So all I got to do to copy this is just put a book and quill in the top, and the thing will appear in the bottom barrel. So if I just pop this in here, just like this, bada boom. Redstone book, copy of a copy, and yeah, 1 to 15, and it works exactly the same as the other book. So yeah, signal strength 1, 1, signal strength of 2, output of 2, signal strength 3, output of 3, etc., etc., etc. So that's awesome. So we can mass copy books like this. But the key thing with this, if I get out another book and quill, key thing with this is that you cannot copy the copies that come out of this printing press. So if I put in a copy of a copy here that came out of our printing press and put it in with the book and quill, you see we cannot copy this. Now, this isn't new. This has been a thing for a while. And you can always, copy like the original book. Like this guy, you can copy this guy once to make a copy of the original. And you can do the same thing with the copy of the original. Right here. Copy of the original to make the copy of copy. But then the copy of the copy is the end of the line. So you cannot copy the copy of a copy. And this has some big implications, because that means if you can control the original and the copy of the original, then you can basically give people books that they can't get more of unless they come back to you. So this could potentially be a great thing for the person who has the permit of the book and quill. So like they could potentially sell book and quills, right? And then they just sell access to copying that book and quill immediately to get a redstone book, or let's say the statues book, or let's say, any other book. Like maybe they could hire people to write poetry, and they could sell, the book and quills. And then you could also, if you wanted to turn that book and quill into a poetry book, you could buy the poetry. You could automatically get the poetry book for free after buying the book and quill. Or think about this. Information. Let's say you had coordinates, right? That were super secret coordinates that led to a big treasure, right? And you only wanted people who paid for the book to get the treasure to the coordinates treasure, let's say. You could just set up one of these printing presses, then have people buy the book and quill, like the straight up book and quill, then just copy the coordinates from the book into a copy of a copybook that then can't be replicated. So that is something you could potentially do. Also, think about this. Currency. You can make your own currency with this. So since this copy of a copy can't be replicated, can't be duplicated, you could potentially use this as a currency to replace diamonds. Like if you're worried about inflation on a server, like diamond inflation, where diamonds have become so prevalent that they're kind of worthless as a currency now. You could instead use this, print out a finite number of books, name them, let's say we name this like Hermit Cash or something like that. And we put like some fancy lettering and stuff inside. And says, this can be used as currency in the shopping district in replacement of diamonds or something. And then we could offer, like, at any time, people could come and exchange their books, their Hermit Cash, for diamonds. But since there was only a finite amount printed, the value of the Hermit currency over time compared to diamonds would increase relative to that to the diamonds. So you could actually create a currency that's, in my opinion, better, at least in theory, than diamonds. So that's kind of awesome. We could use it for that as well. And this can all be done automatically with a combination of this. So this is just basically something that automatically creates book and quills, shoots them into this, and then it fills up the next slot with another book and quill. Just crafts it up whenever one's taken out. So that's pretty awesome. So I think the implications of this system are pretty big. And yeah, I think we might have to talk with the owner of the book and quill permit, who I think is Vintage Beef, because he might be interested in putting something like this for a couple of different books in one of his book and quill shops, potentially. And we can also use this, if we wanted to send out spam mail to the other hermits, we could use this to copy a bunch of books and then just send a bunch of spam mail through the mail system, through our mailbox, to other hermits. So lots of potential uses for this, but I think we need to basically call up Beef, see if he's interested in something like this for his book and quill permit, or maybe he's interested in just straight up getting rid of the permit, so we can sell some book and quills and potentially some unique books to hermits. So give me a sec here. I'm going to call up Beef, see what he's up to. So it turns out that Beef is actually not available to talk about this at the moment, so he is still away, as is apparently like everybody on Hermitcraft. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to work on our base a little bit. So you'll see here we put down a cobblestone or deep slate cobblestone path all the way out to the fireworks factory here. And so that's pretty cool. That's one of the paths I've been meaning to make for some time. We got a few others around here. And I think what I want to do now is I want to go and I want to collect some skulk, because I want to make this whole area around our base skulkified, just so it has like a cool animated texture. And yeah, I just want it to look better. The grass is not great when it's like barren like this, but the skulk I think we can make look really cool. And we're going to add some really cool stuff to it over the course of time. So let me go and gather a few bits of skulk. I got my netherite hoe out here. So let's head down this way, and then we can go down our mine here. We'll head down to the deep dark. Alright guys, so the reason why we came down here is basically because down at the end of this mine shaft there is actually an ancient city, as you can see right here. So this should give us plenty of skulk. Just got to be careful not to activate any shriekers, which it doesn't look like there's any immediately here. Okay. Oh, yep, there's one. Okay, good. Yep, fantastic to know. Yep, thank you, shriekers. Very nice. Let's see if we can get this shrieker covered up. Okay, yeah, this guy here. Boom, 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 boom. Now we should be good. Yep, cool. Okay, cool. So, yeah, we're just going to basically cover up all these shriekers. I also want to get underneath here. And I'm going to cover up like this a little bit, so that we don't get anything from this side. But then, I'm just going to gather as much skulk and as much skulk veins as we can here. And yeah, then head back up to the surface. So in total from the ancient city, once we organized everything, we got 3 shulker boxes of skulk, almost a full shulker box of skulk veins, and then everything else you can see in here. Some catalysts and sensors and, some heads and just some various stuff from the chests. So Not such a bad haul. We do have to go repair our hoe, though, because it is pretty much totally depleted. But once we get that done, we can come back here and start to place down some skulk. Alright everybody, so we got ourselves 3 shulker boxes of skulk placed down here. You can see we're not anywhere near done with placing of the skulk and yeah, decorating of this area. But already I think it looks pretty cool. I also love the sound when you walk over this. Really good sound. So yeah, definitely digging this, and we will be decorating this. There won't be torches everywhere like there is now. This is just a temporary thing, so yeah, definitely looking forward to decorating this area and continuing the skulk spreading very soon. However, for now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to head on back to the shopping district because we got to pick up our diamonds from our horn shop. We've been selling even more horns in the horn shop, so we need even more horns to replace the ones that we've already sold. So let's head out there and yeah, see what we got in the horn shop. Alright, swooping on into the horn shop. Let's go ahead and get our diamonds out of here that we made. Oh, baby. Look at that. Holy smokes. Okay. So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 stacks from the first chest. Okay. Oh my god. Wow, people really going in crazy with these horns. Okay. I see how it is. Alright, nope, no, not a single person has bought any of the vanilla horns. Interesting. Okay. Let's just go ahead and keep bringing these in here. Oh my god, this is so many diamonds, dude. What is happening? We need the what is happening horn here. Wow. Okay, so how many stacks is this? 18 stacks of diamonds made today at the horn shop alone, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Okay. We actually do need to compact these down because this is like way too many diamonds. There we go. So 2 additional stacks of diamond blocks. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right. So let's put these away in here. There we go. Very good. Okay, so we need some new horns. We're going to need a few more, though. I actually have made about a dozen or so. So we actually have to make a few more here. Let's go and make a few more, and then we'll be back here to fill it in, and I'll show you guys what the new horns are. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Oh, you gotta be quicker than that. Alright guys, we got 18 new horns we're adding to the collection. Let's get into it. First of all, we have Mumbo.
Well, that was hugely unsuccessful, but it was successfully unsuccessful in that it was so unsuccessful that it became successful again because it was so hilariously unsuccessful.
He says unsuccessful like a dozen times in that that one segment there, so that was kind of cool. We're going to add this one as well.
Thought I'd show you my secret stripping area here on the server. I like to do it away from the other hermits, not to disturb them.
Yeah, yep, Scar. Good times with Scar, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we're going to put that one in there as well. Let's see, I think this is also Scar.
Oh man, I forgot to wear my pants again.
Which is pretty funny. So there we go. Put that in there. We got this one.
You didn't forget about my enormous big dig, did you?
Of course not. Never forget the big dig. Never forget the big dig on that one. We got Ren.
I'm gonna go headbutt a wall.
Ren has the weirdest sayings. Ren has the weirdest sayings, but that is one of them. Then we got Grian.
You guys are such snitches!
There we go. That was from a decked out stream, I believe. Let's see. We have Scar, again, most wholesome creator.
Have I always been sitting on Grian's face?
That's a good question. That's a good question. We'll go ahead and put that one in here. Then we got, I'm not sure what this one is.
If I just keep my head down and keep placing glass, nothing can hurt me because what I can't see cannot hurt me.
Ah, another Mumbo classic. Another Mumbo classic. All right. Then we got, I'm ready to.
I'm ready to bang an alien with a shovel.
Wow, Scar. I didn't know you felt that way about aliens, but okay. You do you, bro. You do you. All right, we'll go with that. Then we have some pop culture ones. So first of all, we have Darth Vader. Oh, yeah. That's pretty creepy, honestly. Pretty creepy. Pretty creepy. So this goes in the pop culture area. I think all the rest of these are actually pop cultures, except for this one. This one is going to be the Horn of the Month this month. This is...
Hey, little guy.
B-Dub saying, hey, little guy. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Horn of the Month.
Hey, little guy.
I love it. I love it. So that's the Horn of the Month. And then we have some other pop culture ones. This one, again, from Michael Scott from The Office.
You have no idea how high I can fly.
That's true. That's true. So that's one. Then we have an actual line from Shrek to go with the other goat horn where Mumbo says, isn't that a line from Shrek? This is an actual line from Shrek.
Definitely need some Tic Tacs or something, because your breath stinks.
There we go. I think that was a pretty good one. So, yeah, that goes with the other goat horn that we made in the previous one. Then we have another Michael Scott classic.
Where are the turtles? Where are they?
Kind of awesome out of context if you are looking for turtles. That is the horn for you. Then we have Mr. Bender Rodriguez from Futurama.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
I love it. I love it. I wanted to get some of these pop culture ones in here. So then we got, this is A Dream I've Had Since Lunch by Michael Scott.
This is a dream that I have had since lunch, and I am not giving up on it now.
It's beautiful. That's a beautiful one. That's one of my favorites, I think. It's a dream that I've had since lunch, and I'm not giving up on it now. We have Morpheus from The Matrix right here, and then we have Professor Farnsworth.
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everyone. Classic, famous line. And then the Matrix one is Morpheus asking Neo about the red pill or the blue pill.
You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe
whatever you want to believe.
You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Could be good for somebody like Skiz, who is, I think, doing the Maslow's pyramid of needs. So, hierarchy of needs pyramid. So, that could be cool. And so, this one we are going to have be the Horn of the Month. And, yeah, that is that. So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I think what we're going to do now is just inform the other hermits there's some new goat horns, because I know some people were curious when we'd add some more. I am going to keep adding more, by the way, over the course of time. So thank you to everybody who's been suggesting horns. Please do keep them coming in the comments section below. But for now, that is going to be it for me today, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. If you liked today's video, please leave a like. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell.